Hey church, we're going to read a couple different places here. Don't always do this, very rarely do I ever do it. But as I was reading and thinking about what God's saying and what he's speaking to me about and what we were looking at yesterday in Daniel, I want to read a proverb to you. It's Proverb 27:19. As a face is reflected in water, so the heart reflects the real person. Again, we see like what's inside of us comes out regardless. And so if we're followers of Jesus Christ, if we are men and women of God, it's going to be seen. What's there inside of us, which as believers we know, that's the Holy Spirit. And therefore he should be seen. And therefore God known through our very lives. But as we continue now, I want to jump over here to Daniel. And the reason I want to go to Daniel is because of this. As you remember yesterday in the devotional, as you were watching that, listening and reading the scriptures with us, you see that Daniel was a man of God and that he wanted to honor God in everything he did, and he did so. Now, if you remember back there, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream and he couldn't even remember what the dream was, but he was like really bothered by it. And so he asked for his wise men of his nation to be able to interpret his dream. And they were like, well, tell us your dream. And he said, I can't remember it. If you are who you say you are. So they had like magicians, enchanters, wise men. And of course they were like, we can't tell you. And he said, if you can't tell me, then you're not who you say you are. And so he ordered every one of his wise men of his nation killed. Well, if you remember, Daniel, Belteshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which was their Babylonian names, all these guys were part of that group. So Daniel calls those guys together and say, hey man, we need to pray that God will give me this vision and understand what happened in the dream. And so God does. God's amazing. As they together in agreement pray, God reveals the dream and the meaning of the dream to Daniel. So he goes right to the soldier that had been ordered to kill them all and says, don't kill anybody, take me to the king. So listen to what happens here. This is so cool. As Daniel comes before the king said to Daniel, also known as Belteshazzar, is this true? Can you tell me what my dream was and what it means? Daniel replied, there are no wise men, enchanters, magicians, or fortune tellers who can reveal the king's secret. But there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets. And he has shown King Nebuchadnezzar what will happen in the future. Now I will tell you your dream and the visions you saw as you lay upon your bed. So the cool thing right here is like, I love this. See that heart? Daniel's like, oh no, it's not me. Because King Nebuchadnezzar's like, are you the man? And he's like, no, I'm not the man. God's the one that does this. And he's the one that reveals stuff. So you see what Daniel is doing is giving all glory, honor, and praise, and he didn't accept it for himself. So the whole devotional today and what this is all about is see what's in our heart is seen. Daniel was a man of God, and he gave God glory in every way. Is Jesus the hero of your life story, or are you? Whatever's inside of you is going to come out. Make sure that as you share your Jesus story, Jesus is the hero and not you. It's all about him. Let's be his church.